Well, guys, like I said in the last video, I think I'll get into this whole hell thing. I got a lot to say with it, so it might be a two-part video. To me, first of all, it's a scare tactic. To me, the idea that you being beyond the age of like 7 or 8 and still believing it, to me, is just stupid. Like, I mean, think about it. You fear hell as a child. I mean, when you become adult, I mean, come on, what adult literally? I mean, unless you're just totally brainwashed by religion, you really believe in hell. I mean, to me, I find it so funny that in the Bible, that the devil, he's supposed to be the bad guy. When I read it, he doesn't kill anyone. What he does do is he tempts you for your soul for something. He says, if you give me your soul, I'll give you anything you want. Now, to me, that's not so bad. It's not killing anyone. I mean, okay, like my example. Okay, well, in the Old Testament, God floods the world and kills everybody just so, Adam and Eve can, or, Noah can build this boat. I'm sorry, it wasn't Adam and Eve. But Noah can build this boat and with his family and then, take the animals and survive this flood that God puts upon the earth. Now, see, there it is, like, and God smited Sodom and Gomorrah with fire. I mean, there's another example. It's like, I see more God doing bad in like, say, the Old Testament than, like, the devil. I mean, like, I think in the Old Testament the devil's only mentioned but a couple times. And meanwhile, all he's doing is he's tempting you something for your soul. He doesn't kill anyone. So I just don't get. I mean, I get it's the Christianity thing. Like, they need to make a bad guy. Like, they need to make the hell to keep you in check. Like, oh no, like I better not do bad because then I'll go to hell. Well, come on, people. Can't you get that's a scare tactic? I mean, there's no proof of the devil. There's no proof of God. And to people that they're saying, well, you can't disprove God. Well, I don't believe in God, so I don't need to disprove God. I could care less. And I mean, I'll even say it right here. Even if he was proven tomorrow, doesn't mean I have to worship him. Doesn't mean I have to give a fuck he's there. So, I mean, that's the one thing, like, it just seems so ludicrous to me that, we need to make this hell to scare everybody, and to me that's all it is. It's a scare tactic. You don't want to go to hell because you meet the devil, and here's the other odd part about the devil. Like, okay, I mean, again, it's another Jim Jeffries thing. Like, you've been bad and an asshole your whole life, and meanwhile, God doesn't control the devil. Like, people need to get this right. Like, he doesn't have control over the devil. Like, if you read the Bible, right, and this whole rapture thing, which, I mean, I think is bullshit, but you really look at it, God and the devil, like, duke it out if, like, what they're crazy babblings, are true. No, they fight each other. No, God doesn't have dominion over the fucking devil. Like, the devil runs hell. The devil does what the devil wants. Yeah, okay, I think both parties are bullshit, but, I mean, I guess if we're gonna go into fantasy land, let's dive in there. I don't think the devil's gonna punish you. I mean, if you're doing bad and you're an asshole and a rapist and a fucking, dick your whole fucking life, why the fuck's the devil gonna punish you? Fuck that, you're gonna be one of his homies. I mean, like, let's use Hitler, for example. If Hitler's, would really be down in hell if any of it's true, I don't think the devil would be punishing him. I think he'd be smoking blunts with him and, like, fucking drinking 40s or whatever, I mean, I don't think he'd be punishing him. It's like, why would he punish someone who, you know, who was a complete fucking asshole? That just doesn't make sense. I mean, like, that's the Christian's way to look at it. Like that's what, like, you know, God would want you to believe the devil is. Like, don't, I mean, and here's my other thing, like, I guess to go along with it, like, doesn't anyone know what the devil or God looks like? I mean, for all we know, like, God could be a midget, a purple midget in a fucking top hat, and the devil could be like a, you know, a fucking, you know, a red rabbit, and, you know, dressed in, you know, like, you know, a fucking, you know, cardigan sweater and, you know, some bullshit like that. Like, don't nobody know what they look like. I mean, even if you're gonna believe in that stuff, like, how dare you, like, give a representation or like a picture of like what they look like? You don't know what the fuck they look like. You're not fucking dead. So this whole hell thing is just stupid to me. It's like, it's a scare tactic. It's like, of course they had to put that shit in the Bible, because think of it like this: if there was no hell, if the Bible was written like there was no punishment, there was no hell, then like, let's just say, like, your option was heaven or just like nothingness, like the atheists look at it. Well, you know what? Then people could just decide to be a dick, and okay, then you just wouldn't go to heaven. And the fuck that there wouldn't be some people that wouldn't just be dicks and assholes them whole life, not give a fuck about going to heaven, and just not go. I mean, come on. Of course the other side had to be written. I mean, how else are you gonna scare the people into doing the good? I mean that's one thing that bugs me with, like, you know, believers of, you know, any faith. They, you know, to me it seems like they're, you know, they're doing more good because of, like, the place they don't want to go to. You know, how much of the good are you doing because, like, you want to do it for yourself? You know, I mean, to me, everybody's after this, like, oh, I want to go to heaven. You know, yeah, so you're only going after the good because you want the good. To me, that seems kind of selfish. You know, what would you do if there wasn't a heaven or hell? How would you be as a person? If heaven wasn't there, would you still be a good person regardless? And that's where I have to give it to, you know, most atheists. Most atheists are good people, and there is no fucking reward for them. They think they're gonna die, go in the fucking dirt, and that's it. If they choose to be good, they're choosing to be good because of themselves, not because they, you know, think, oh shit, if I'm bad, I'm gonna go to this hell, or, oh, if I'm good, I'm gonna go to heaven with God. So, just, yeah, I mean, come on, people. Hell's a scare tactic. I mean, who above the age of 10 really believes that? I mean, hell, I mean, I don't personally kind of believe a word he fucking says, but even the new fucking Pope said, oh yeah, hell's just a scare tactic. Like, you know, they just said that in the Bible. I mean, whether or not he's being, like, genuine or disingenuous, I don't know. I guess my guess would be no, because he's the fucking Pope. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this hell thing is just a, you know, to me, you know, and the whole thing could be absent of this whole hell and the devil thing. I mean, if God really was an all-loving being, he wouldn't send you to this hell. He wouldn't have created it. And that's the other thing. He created hell. He sent Lucifer. He disbanded Lucifer out of heaven and sent him down to this. So what kind of good guy, like, makes this terrible fucking place? So yeah, to me, you know, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. It's a scare tactic so that you do good. You know, you don't want to. It's so you don't do the bad. But, I mean, look, has it really stopped anyone? That's the other thing, too, is there's these people that believe in this stuff and believe in this hell, and they still do bad. So, you know, how even as a threat, how well is it really fucking working? Well, Sean out. Peace.